I wonder why it did that.
Oh no, but it's the second day it's done that to you. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Fam, those of you watching on YouTube and just joining in, welcome. I've actually been live streaming to you since the top of the hour. And YouTube is not going live with the software again. It is now going live after I click the button in the back end, which I don't have it set up that way. But that's okay. Welcome in.
It's one of those days. Again.
So.
I'm just being fun.
All right. Let me see here. And I actually have to bring up a little reference I had here, because it would need to actually be, okay, it would need to be flat along the bottom here.
Holies, holy molies, get your holes blessed.
All right, I'm going to redo this and let's see. Oli, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, to keep the straight on angle, it does need to come up into this a little bit, but an acorn will generally all right, let me do this with a curve. We'll figure out as we go. Then I can bring that down just a little bit. All right, and then it's going to come up around the top. Actually, I might be able to do this a little bit of a different way, just with some control points. All right, let me get my grid on here. Let's see, did I take this out far enough? I'm actually doing that a little bit wrong. We want to just get out one. Oh. Say we should be able to just get out one from there and then move these guys down. Nice. Thank you. I've really been practicing. Dave, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope all is good with you. Let me just get this in here real quick. We just went one over, right? Yeah. There we go. Okay, let's get a couple more curves in here. We'll take it from there. You have doing good. How about you? Doing great, Dave. Doing great. Again, happy Friday. Only you can keep your 48. I've had enough of the cold. I'm ready for the like 50s and 60s and 70s now.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you today.
Not going to tell me today. Is it extra warm or
Yeah, it will be warm today.
Oh.
And tomorrow. Apparently it's going to be 78 tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, but then it's going to go right back down again a little bit. So it's like, surprise.
Okay, this should be the one right in line with that. And where did I put? Okay, let's get one more curve in. And let's see what we got. A nice 69 here today. Applause for 69. I'd be down for a nice balmy 69. All right, let's see if... Aha, it did do that. Okay. Oh, excellent. It just connected everything else nice and together, though. Perfect. We're in tornado season as of 2 days ago. Just wish I had enough money in the equipment. Oh, go storm chasing? As we've been playing that game, I have to wonder how much fun that would or would not be in real life. Okay, so what this would need to do is it would need to hang a little bit off the side. Let's get a different decent color going on this first, though. And let's get that marked as my reference layer, and then let's fill this in. Just so I can get an idea of where we're at. Okay. Little bit of a ways to go here. Reed trimmers of twisters. Makes it look, Reed trimmers of Twistex. Makes it look thrilling. Oh, I'm sure it's fun. I'm sure it's fun. That I wouldn't question for a second. But it's also, yeah, it's also dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Gonna see if, there we go. Gonna see if I could get YouTube to connect now that we have that all taken care of. Well, now we have a little military acorn. So we're getting there. We're getting there.
Sorry.
No, was there something you were trying to say earlier? Or?
You were talking about YouTube, but I was like, I thought it was connected.
Yeah. Yep. No. No, we thought it was connected, but.
It is now.
Okay, let me get my eraser going here. Oops. Wrong layer. This is why we have Control Z. Okay. And then, let's see, how do I want to handle this? Do I maybe just want to switch the corner? Oh, I see what this did. It tried to turn this into a 3 curve. So that needs to just be to the inside and up. That would become, okay. So I am going to need one more control point. I just want to see one from afar and take pictures and video. Oh, yeah. No, that would be awesome, Shadow. Close enough for it to be fun, far enough away to be safe. Just about one over from that line. Let's see. All right, now if I fill this in, once again, am I still in that reference layer? I am. Okay. Getting closer. Let me actually hit those two up real quick. Okay. Let me find my object grabber. And that's already looking a bit friendlier. Okay. Leave the eyes where they're at and go back to working on this crown here. And a lot of this right now is just its size.
I tried that new pen I told you about.
How'd that work out?
It feels too much like a calligraphy pen, but maybe that's just me. Where it does that weird, like, thin lines, thick lines, like, you know, as if you're holding one of those chiseled pens. I don't know if it's supposed to do that, but, it feels like a dip pen at the same time, too. You know, like you're actually dipping it in ink, so, for a freebie, it's worth it. You know,
For a freebie, it was worth it, but not one you'd want to go.
It's probably just because I'm not used to it, you know, how the pen pressure reacts to how much of a line you're getting and stuff like that. So I'll mess with it, I'm glad it was a freebie, and I'm glad, somebody actually made it, kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, and there goes my phone reminding me that it's time to start the stream.
And now I know why it reminds you now instead of before. Because you still have it set to the 2.
Old time. Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Shadow, exactly. But still close enough to feel the wind power. Yeah, phone is behind just a touch, right? No, I never went in and actually changed the times in my calendar. When I switched from starting at 2 to starting at 1, I never went into my phone and actually switched that around. I don't really know why. Probably laziness, I guess. If it really comes right down to it. Just didn't see the need. Just didn't see the need.
That makes 2 of us. My calendar still has your old stream times in it, and it still notifies me. I'm like, we already did that. It's pretty funny. So you're not the only one that has changed their schedule in the calendar.
That's how we'll be the rest of our lives, just wandering around with our phones going off at random times that mean absolutely nothing because we set it to an appointment 3 years ago and was just like, oh, I should snooze that.
Yeah. I'm glad it's not just me, though.
Nope. Nope, it is not just you. Not in the slightest. Let me see here. Wonder if a lot of this is just simply I need to stretch this out a lot more, which may be the case. You know what? Let's get rid of the face here real quick. Because maybe that's where I made my mistake. I needed this to look a bit more like an acorn first, then worry about adding the face and all that to it. Which is probably would have been the right way to go. But that's all right.
Yeah, you usually get the, what you want first and then worry about the details. But, sometimes our brain doesn't work that way.
No, but I was also working off a mock-up too. Because I was working off of Chill Little Tree. So I had to make sure that I got those proportions and all that set up first before I did anything else. Yep, but now we got sizes and all that. We are good to go. Although I do need to change these control points. didn't. All right, I'm gonna need to add 2 then. Get rid of those and then do this. And then the top. I'm probably going to need to add in a couple more control points yet. Or maybe I can just pull those down. Oh, it won't let me. Okay, that's a little bit closer. A little bit too, I think, mushroom-like though. I need to look at my reference photo again here. Let's see what we got.
I think you got it.
Close. Looking at the reference photo though, sis, it has more of an arc and less of a swoop. That's why it's suddenly looking a little bit more mushroom-like. So we'll fix that. Yeah. It's close. It's close, but not quite. And I might want to bring the sides in a little bit more too. Make it a little bit more, when I think of an acorn, a little bit more toque-like, if you know what I mean. Kind of how, like, you see, know how you get that harder edge, but it wraps around like that headband. That's a lot of what you get with that acorn too. Kenio, how are you? Welcome in. It's good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is your Friday going so far? Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can bring this out to here. 2 in, 2 in. Yeah, that's actually closer. Although now I think I need to just bring it in a little bit closer to the sides, which will be this over here. Let's erase this and see what we got. A lot of driving today. Massive acorn trees near your high school. I'll collect them to throw at each other. Kids' games. Fair enough. Yo, we use slingshots, by the way. I won't talk about it, but yeah. Yep, massive acorn, yes. Indeed, Kira. Indeed. What was that?
I said slingshots with an acorn? Ow, you guys were mean to each other.
Well, we weren't really aiming for each other. We were aiming for other things, other targets and all that. We'd line stuff up, but occasionally things would get a little out of hand. And yeah, as Kadeo said, kids' games.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
So, I will say that in our case, nobody ever got hurt. We were pretty, it's not like we pulled all the way back and let it loose. We were playing a little bit of, I don't know, tag with acorns. Oh, tubes that you can blow acorns from too. Oh, nice. Acorn blowguns. Okay, let me fill this in real quick. Much better. Might need to bring this in just a touch more, but just a touch. Probably a little bit more on the top. And it could stand to come in a little bit more on the sides yet. Probably one more section. So we'll work with that when we get back. I'll start off on a control point here. And that'll be where I can pick up. Okay. All right. Fam. It is time. Let me just double check. Yep, we have ads coming up in 3 minutes. Elfie! Hello, love. It is good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Kideo, I will read the rest of I'll read the rest of your stories and all that when I get back. Absolutely. Fam, we have some ads that are looming on Twitch, so let's go ahead and get them out of the way. For those of you that are new here, here's how we run them. We run them 3 minutes per hour. That allows us to keep control of the ads, but also we run the ads once per hour, and again, they're out of the way. While the ads are running, we're going to step away ourselves, grab a little something to drink, stretch our legs, all right? And that way, if you get caught in any full stream or full screen ads, fam, you don't miss any of the fun of the stream. When the ads are done, we're going to come right back. We're going to continue to work on this Chill Little Acorn, and I will say hello to everybody properly. Everybody, please don't go away. All right, fam, Twitch ads have ended. Welcome back. Jam. Just had some cereal with added herbs. Well, kind of. It was barley with added hops. Then fermented. Okay, beer. You had beer. You're having ramen. Zipper, awesome. Fam, let me go ahead and get back up on screen. Hello, fam. Right now, today, for those of you just joining in, we are working on the Chill Little Acorn. We will get back to that momentarily, but I wanted to jump up and say hi to everybody first. Zipper. And Elfie, you had coffee and it wasn't enough. You know what you need, Elfie? You need a one-shot energy chew.
Subscription confirmed. HR will overlook your crimes. This time.
And Jason, thank you so much for the renewal. This is your 76th anniversary. Happy Fallout Day. Jason, it's good to see you. Welcome, welcome in. Oh my gosh. It's going to be a midday coffee kind of day. You know, Zipper, I was just thinking, this is another full cup of coffee for me. Now, I only make myself half a pot of coffee every day. That's generally what I have. And I know I've had a very focused art day. If I get to this point in the afternoon and I still have coffee left, that means I've been so focused, I sat there and sipped on one cup of coffee, and when that coffee was done, I set it down and just kept right on drawing. I love days like this. I love days like this. I did, Alfie, yes. I did decide on the acorn work, by the way. Order of operations. Really, there were two things that I could have tackled today, and it would have been productive. One was draw the Chill Little Acorn. The other was animate my shadow so that I can start doing that on stream, especially when I'm drawing. Because when I can't have the light in my face and all that, like right now it doesn't matter because of what I'm working with, but like those darker scenes, instead of sitting here in the dark like this, it would be nice to have that animated scene instead. Because it fits, it's still me. So I could have either done that or I could have done the acorn. But the acorn needs to be done first because the acorn needs to be part of the scene that's going to get animated for stream and VadoTube. So not a migraine day today, Zipper, no. I didn't do my contacts today just because my eyes were feeling really dry. And I've learned not to push it. I've had pretty much, it's been that way pretty much all week. And I think it's because the weather's changing around here. But I'd rather not push my luck. I'm really happy about the fact that I can still wear contacts at this point in my life and they're still super comfortable and I can really enjoy them. And I think it's because I take care of my eyes. Ferret, welcome in. I try to keep it to a morning and evening cup since my aunt and uncle are paying entirely for the upkeep. Gotcha. I gotcha. A little bit of courtesy, right, Zipper? I have a similar measure when eating out. I'm eating a meal in a restaurant and barely touch my drink. It means the food was great. Or the company was. Anything that distracts. But that's how I was obviously in art mode. Now that the first comic is done, fam, I gotta say that again. The first webtoon's done. All the panels are done. I'm working on the very last little aspect of it, and that's the Easter egg, which is Chill Little Acorn. Every quarter oil change, yes. Indeed. I like my espresso after lunch. I'll try to avoid it any other time. Espresso after lunch makes sense, though. Because usually after lunch, you're getting a little bit sleepy. And it's a really nice pick-me-up. It actually kind of helps balance life out. I totally get that. Really, what I actually need, what I really look forward to, is that very first cup in the morning. And if I don't have any other coffee all day, generally something with dinner or something like that. But something light, like a small cup of coffee. I'm not going to drink like a mug of coffee at 6 p.m. That might not be a good idea for me. Oh, Ferret, there you go. Chronically dehydrated. See, I have trouble keeping a balance. I'll feel dehydrated and I'm not patient enough to let my body settle in, so I'll keep drinking. And no matter what I'm drinking, I pound it. Coffee, water, whatever. Juice, you name it, right? So I've learned to sip and hydrate slowly so that I don't float away, you know? Okay, now that I've had all of my sips, let's go ahead and get back out to the art screen, and I'm going to go ahead and unmute sis. Hello again, sis.
Hi.
Hiya. Just catching up with everybody over here on this side real quick before I jump back in.
No worries.
And I'll get back out to the art screen. Fam, most of the time, I will be, this is the screen I'm going to use for art most of the time, unless I have to show you something very specific where I've got to go out to the big screen. The reason why this screen is designed, and even after I do the switchover, fam, it'll still be designed this way. This screen is designed to minimize interruptions in the screen itself, so you can actually see the entire program. So the only thing I'm really blocking off, loves, is the color wheel. That's it. And if there's ever a time I've got to show you that, well, I just switch over to this screen instead then. Is drinking 2 or 3 16-ounce bottles of water before bed. Yep, I know exactly what that means. It means you're going to be up every 15 minutes. All right. Let's go ahead, fam. I'm going to jump back in here and start dialing in the top of this. Okay. Let me go back one here. Okay. All right, I just have to erase that background there, and we'll be good to go. Tetra, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Fam, hang on. Let me catch up with chat here real quick. Oli, I drink between a half to a 3/4 gallon of water a day. For me, it's always been, and I guess it depends on what you do too. But for me, I drink when I'm thirsty, and when I drink, it's water or very heavily water-based. It's one of the things I like about almond milk. I get all my flavor and creaminess and all that, but it's mostly water. Want you to know I have a super epic raid alert now. Been working on learning streamer bot. Oh, nice. Good for you. Excellent. And fair, yes, tonight is community night. Tonight is community night, you bet. 7 p.m. Member chat in the member rift in our Discord. Tetra, I hope Zipper doesn't mind me adding to what they said, but it's streamer bots now actually considered like the bot to use. I personally don't use it, but it's because I had certain particular needs that streamer bot alone couldn't handle. I'd have to run it through the other bot that I'm using already anyway. So I figured why mess with it? But streamer bot is excellent. It is excellent. If I ever switch bots, that's the bot I'll switch to myself. It's Tetra. It's awesome. It does so much. It does so much. So does Lumia. Lumia is what I'm using currently. And Lumia is fantastic too. Really enjoy using it. And anytime I've needed help, I get it. So they've been great for that. But yeah, yep, streamer bot is outstanding as well. Are you still programming it, Tetra? Oh, Kadeo, one you made for yourself? How's it, Tetra, how's that going, by the way? That's still going pretty good, or... You see, am I on the right layer? I am. All right, let's get my... There it is. Had to just bring it in a bit tighter, and I wonder if I should. No, I shouldn't mess around with that any further. Now that I got it, we'll leave that be. All right, so now I should be able to start adding the other layers back in. I'm going to do this one layer at a time and check my grid to make sure that I'm doing what I should do there. Okay, no, that is full. Oh. There we go. I'll turn that back off. That way I don't have to worry about that. I just discovered StreamerBot recently. Haven't explored much. It's, oh yeah, tons. It's fun, but it's also a lot of brain work. Oh yeah. Currently in the process of rewriting it. Last version got too ambitious, and my own programming got very messy. I'll taking a step back and looking harder at the basics again. I know how that works. Oh man. The hard part is making alerts and redeems. Free sound, but its options are, while plentiful, have been meh. Everything else costs money, yes. Yep. Epidemic, like when you're trying to come up with a stockpile of sound effects and all that, YouTube can be a source as long as the sounds that you're pulling off of it are, you can use them for free. Actually, they've got if you go into the back end of YouTube, there's a lot of sound effects there that are available as well. Paid service wise, Epidemic is really good. For those that are willing to be AI warriors, 11 Labs is good for creating sound effects that way. I want to eventually release this program as a self-hosted chatbot. Also want to design it so that it allows for a huge amount of flexibility and creativity. Oh, gotcha. Tetra, the best advice that I could give is just like basically what you're doing. Start smaller, get all the basic features you want working, and then add more stuff on. Every single, we've talked about this so much here, Tetra, lately. Every single creative project has the same basic earmarks as anything else just like it. Okay, so what I mean by that is whether you're painting or creating a comic or building a video game or writing a program or whatever, because they're all creative works that take critical thinking and logic, including the art, very much so. It's a great big logic puzzle a lot of the time. That's what takes it a while to get it all dialed in. But it all goes hand in hand. It all just kind of overlaps on top of each other. And then go way too far too soon, yes. Yup. Oh, yeah. We're in from C to Java, PHP, Java, Node, Python, and also Dart. Zipper, yes. Yes, that is correct. That is correct. It's so, yeah. Just want to make sure I'm catching up with everything. I am. Okay. Cool. Shadow, 140,000 laughs. Wait until I come up with that 1,000,000 point redemption. We'll come up with something good. I'm going to hand draw it. Maybe I'll just hand draw the word 1 million. Great big thing that pops up on screen that says, congratulations, you've just wasted 1 million Twitch points. And that'll be it. It'll be funny as and we just move on. And I really think I'm going to do that because everybody's like, I've got 1 million, I got 2 million, I got 5 million. And I understand why. I never did tons with the Twitch point system. I did a lot of other systems, but I never did tons with the Twitch point system. jam up to 356. We'll come up with some good stuff. We'll come up with some good stuff.
Subscription confirmed. HR will overlook your crimes. This time.
Kai! Where are we at right now, fam? 30 months, perfect time for a sub nut. A sub nut stream, yes. That's an acorn, but it is a nut. It's still a nut. Kai, how are you? It's good to see you, love. Welcome in. How's your Friday so far? In your case, I should say good evening. My best and worst characteristic is the same. Try to do so much stuff, and then I have no time to go all the way with everything. Just got to nitpick and only one to work. It often gets in the way, or get bored after a while. Everything that I'm doing right now, it took 3 rewrites of a master document to figure out how I was going to do everything I wanted to do and get it all to overlap and still leave enough room for myself, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to account for everything that was going to come out, and still leave enough room for myself to still be able to get other things done. And I kid you not, that was no joke. That was a lot of work. But there's a reason why I'm doing things in the order that I'm doing them. There's a reason why I'll announce what we're going to do for the week, and then if something comes up, I'll switch the live streams. One thing I decided I was going to do quite a while ago, okay, is that I would do my best to stick with whatever content I tell you all we're going to do for the week. But if something like this comes up where something critical is happening and we can get past a compression point, we'll switch. My point being, be there consistently for your community, even if you have to change up maybe the content you're doing. You feel like this calls for the nut song? It probably does call for the nut song.
Oh, saggy pineapples.
But the nut song isn't mastered yet. We'll get there. We'll get there. Are we honking elves, by the way? Is that what we're doing? Okay. Now what we're going to have to do is condense the face. But that's okay. Condensing the face will not be a problem. So what I've got to do is start here. Let's get my eyes in there. Okay, there's the inner frames. Perfect. And then what I'm going to do, fam, is this should allow me to resize everything at once. Is this going to be the kind of thing where it's better for me to have the hat under the glasses? Let's see. Oh, shoot. Okay, let me cancel that for the time being. I got to get those out of the way. There we go. Okay. That won't. work either. I'm going to need to bring that down a little bit farther. All right, let's see. Condensing the face sounds concerning. Not in art. Not in art, though. I was talking more regarding my own hobby choosing and learning as I do it. Not regarding Twitch. But I guess that also reflects in it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Now, that's a little bit cuter. Now we got to bring our colors back, though. Oh, shoot. I need to open up. Okay. Because I got to be able to grab my colors from this. Jason, I will see you're pretty and raise you one shiny or sparkly. Can I beat you in the middle and go with sparkly nuts? I like sparkly nuts. I like the sound of it. It's something that I'd like to go to the store and buy right now. Sparkly nuts. Let's see here. Now I should be able to bring this back over to a bit more of a true purple. There we go. And that should go nicely with that green. Ah, there it is. There's the purple that'll go with that green. Now I just have to decide, do I go with a darker purple? Or do I go with something else? Okay, just from a few minutes of looking at the Streamer Bob page, I already like that. There is, yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Let me get up here and make that the reference layer. And we'll swap. There we go. He looks so cute now. I have some things I have to fix, but he looks so cute now. Getting much closer. Some line thickness isn't all that I'll have to fix too, fam, but one thing at a time. I wonder if I could use a gradient and a tone map on top there. For putting it on the mug, this is perfect, fam. Believe it or not, we're already there. And here's what I mean by that. Anything else I do to this, as a matter of fact, there's something on here already that probably wouldn't show up as tiny as it's going to be. Okay, but in terms of like basics, now for a large merch item, no, this would not work at all. This is way, way, way too plain. But when you've got to shrink that stuff down, fam, you need the bold lines and all that. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to see it. This might look too heavy right now, but when I shrink it down, and I'm sorry, sis, was there something else you were going to add or something else you were going to say to that?
Nope, it's gone.
Okay. I thought there was something you were going to add, but
Yeah, no.
Breathor's eggs,
I probably
freshly
was, but I
laid.
forgot it.
Grethor, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just checking to make sure I didn't miss anything in chat either. Okay, good. Good, good. All right. So, I'm just looking at this wondering what else I need to do. If anything. It looks friendlier now that the eyes are pulled a little bit more to the center. I wonder if I should actually move those out. Just a little bit. Because the inside of this isn't very visible. Oh, you know what I could do? Actually, okay. Let's do this first. Let's get our true black back. I need... where are the inside of the glasses? Make that the reference. Go one layer down. And then I should be able to grab this. All right, so we've got that. There we go. That gives me a little bit more room inside the glasses as well, so I can work with the pupils a little bit more that way. And I might be able to actually re-enlarge some of that now too. So I gotta hit that and that. And then probably put this now. Okay, those two are going to need to go. Yes, apply transformation. And yeah, take that on top. There we go. Last thing I need to do is this. Nah, we'll leave that one up. Basically. Just need to figure out a good color for the crown. May not have a tour tonight due to the snow. Still waiting to find out. And yes, it is Monday. I mean Friday. Last night was fun though. Girlfriend was pretty sheltered, so she isn't current on pulp culture. We spent the night watching Princess Bride. That's the kind of culture you expose people to. Grethor, that's awesome. Which she had never seen. A lot of internet memes. Oh, nice. Oh, and unfamiliar with Phenomena? Oh my gosh. Shadow, by the way, it's funny that you bring up grilled cheese because that's what we're having for dinner tonight. Friday nights and Saturdays, we during the day, we usually take a break from our super healthy eating stuffs, but yeah, tonight is grilled cheese. Tonight it's the good stuff. I'm very excited. Jam Doggy, I agree. It is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So many quotable lines, it's tough to know where to begin. Oh, Grethor, nice. Very, very nice. See if I can bring this down a little bit. I wonder if I made this just a little too big now. Not that that's a big deal. Oh, I could just grab the whole thing and shrink it down. Or at least I should be able to. Let's see. I think right about there is going to be the good spot. Now the only thing left I have to do is pull some of this back a little bit. It's close. Maybe just bring that down one level or two. Shouldn't be too super difficult. Let's get into our control points here. Get my grid back. All right, before I get too carried away here, let's make that disappear. So I can at least get an idea. Actually, I'll do this for now.
When the silence tries to break you down, I'll lift you higher, turn it all around. We'll rise as one.
Let me get rid of all that. We'll try this again.
Together we'll never be the same.
All right. Pretty close. Just going to... I wonder if I actually should go with some shades of brown on this. That would probably help tremendously. Oh, you're talking about, I see. I had to read up a little bit. You're talking about The Princess and the Frog. Okay. Gotcha.
Another good story.
Oh, indeed. Indeed. Grilled cheese is good as long as it's not made with the individually wrapped. Oh, stuff on the bottom shelf. Yeah, no, I gotcha. Sometimes I enjoy some good processed cheese, though. Like a Philly cheesesteak, you really need like a Velveeta or the like, or it just doesn't work. It's because of how it melts, though. Let's see, how are we doing time-wise? Oh, we're doing good. We're doing good. Okay. Okay, let me get back to my control points here. Now, what I'm going to do...
Daylight skies, they fade away. Digital schemes and shadows lay. Emily writes the beat of the night. Emery bathes shadows in light. Our minds will race, we'll never sleep. Defending where corruption
Today's
creeps.
been an entire day of research for me, but I'm learning things along the way. So just
Then it's valid. If you're learning things along the way, it's officially valid. If you're not, you're doodling. It's okay.
yeah, right.
That counts too. That absolutely
I'm just
counts
glad-
too.
I'm just glad it's with the stylus today because I'd be going through so much paper right now
Oh yeah.
if I was actually
It's one of the
drawing it.
it's one of the
Man.
greatest advantages of digital art. That and Control Z. Oops, wait a minute. Got carried away there.
The only thing I was going to add was at least I'm not throwing away an entire ream of paper today.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm past those days of my life too. I remember my and I know I've told you this before, my uncle was an animator. Freelance, but heavy freelance. Like he worked, my goodness. Disney did a little work for Filmation. Like he was all over the place. But I remember like the piles of paper in the wastebasket of things he started to draw and toss, because it was a great image, but didn't quite go in with the other animation cells. All this great art in a circular file because there was just so much of it.
I still do the paper now. It's okay to get, you know, it's okay to draw bad stuff to get to the good stuff.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you have to do it.
Absolutely.
Besides, if you don't use your supplies, then they're just being wasted anyway, right? They're just gathering dust. So
Oh, exactly.
don't
Exactly.
be precious with your supplies at all. Just do the thing. It's all good.
Let me see if I can. Oh. Grab the wrong thing. There we go. Okay, let me just take a look at that real quick. Nope, if you move the glasses up, you lose the acorn. Okay. That's much better. That's much better. I'm tempted to actually bring this in even a little bit farther. But really looking good at this point. Let me see if I can. There's the mouth. All right. So okay, I think we're good. Interesting. Oh, I'm trying to put it in the wrong spot. There we go. Now I've got them centered. The next thing to do here, I think, is going to be to drop the paper background. Let's go ahead and export it real quick. Let's see, standard damage here. I have a couple of things here I'm going to need to do real quick here. All right, and then for this one, I'm going to actually cut its output back to about 50%. Because all we have to do, actually even 40%, because all I have to do is put that on that little coffee mug anyway. Okay, no watermark. Okay, do I have to rasterize this first? Nope. There it is. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can actually hit this up with a mesh transformation and Okay. Doesn't look quite what, not quite what I'm looking for. So we'll back up the history here a little bit.
Silence tries to break you down. I'll lift you higher, turn it all around.
There.
If
me
you
see.
change it.
What was that, sis?
I'm saying that it looks good, but if you need to change it, that's totally fine.
Yeah. No, it's not, the shading and stuff like that will still need to be done on it too, but I'll fix that. Wasn't exactly where it needed to be yet either. But again, all fixable. All fixable. Okay. And fam, by the way, ads are about to pop up in about 45 seconds. So let's go ahead and take it as an opportunity as it is to take a break. Fam, we're going to step away real quick, stretch our legs, grab a little bit of something to drink. And that way, if you get stuck in any full screen ads, fam, on Twitch, you won't miss any of the fun of the stream. When the ads are done, we're going to come back. We're going to continue to work on this. I'm going to work on getting the first version of Chill Little Acorn on the mug and just get a general overall feel of how it's looking and what we can do to bring it in line with the rest of the comic. So everybody, please don't go away.
the shadows all at bay. Feyard's grandeur, endless fight, lifting you gently through the night. Magic warms the night so cold. Fable hands of starlight hold. Fragile open shadow night, guided back into the light. Stay with us in the light. Wings of love will guard the night. Tears flowing into the streams to carry you back to your dreams. Stay with us in the light. Wings of love will guard the night. Tears flowing into the streams to carry you back to your dreams.
All right, fam, we are back. Thank you for your patience. We are now ready to continue with the nuttiness. And actually, right now, Chill Little Acorn's looking pretty good there. This was really just meant to be a test, fam, and looks like he is going to be seeable. He'll be visible within this, which is good. I'll deal with the shading and all that here in a little bit, but one thing at a time. First thing I want to do is get my camera back where it needs to go. I switch back to a sitting position. And I'll be able to jump in here in just a second with little sis. Hello, sis. All right, let me get my glove back on. We're going to dive back in, and now that I know we can see the image, now we can dial some things in for larger viewing.
Seeing is important.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, it's just, again, just, it ends up being a tiny image on the screen, so I got to make sure that the way I do it, it's still visible on the cup, at least a little bit, because it ends up looking like blobs of color after a while. But I think we're good there. All right, let me save. Get out to the screen where you can all see. I'm gonna go ahead and save this for right now. There we go. Still debating making him different shades of brown, because it would go really well with the green. Let's see. Now that we know the lines and all that are thick enough, fam, now we can play around a little bit. Let's try some different shades of brown. I should have some of that in my history too. Oh, I do. Oh, even in the base colors. Excellent. Let's make sure I'm on the right layer here. Yep, acorn face. There we go. Okay. Now from there, I should be able to get a darker one for the top. Oops. Not what I was going for. Or do we go more with a... maybe a little bit of a tone map in here. Might be time to start doing some of this. Make a reference layer and one for I guess not. Ah, there we go. Okay. There's my layer mask. Now I should be able to do my tone mapping and all that. Okay, we'll make that 90. Density is actually looking pretty good. We'll start out with 100 and see what we get. All right, needs a little bit more work, but that's actually not off to a bad start. Although I think I need to do that more while I have this. And do that more down on the face. Let me get a mask on that, and then let's try this again. Let's bring that up to 150. We'll leave that angle. Let's see. Cool effect, but I think, let me see. For this, I should be able to where are my diamonds? There they are.
Subscription confirmed. HR will overlook your crimes. This time.
Indeed. Indeed. Darkest Strike, DS, thank you so much for the resub. 38 months. DS, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ferret, the only thing that I have ever been told or shown that works is garlic to a degree, because the biting insects don't like it. But outside of that, a lot of the natural ones, unfortunately, do not work. I'm sorry to say. Most of what I've had to use, anytime I need to use flea treatments, especially for the cats, I was going to the vet and getting the prescription stuff. Because it works and it keeps everything off. DS, how have you been? I hope all is good with you. Happy Friday.
You can treat the carpet with that earth stuff too, but that's expensive.
Oh, diatomaceous earth, yeah.
Yup.
Okay. Not quite what I was hoping for with that. That's okay. We can easily erase all that stuff. Because then I can just delete the... Oh! What was that all about? That should have just deleted the mask, not the... Not the whole thing. Okay, and then treated that one like just a fill, right? Nice, okay. So for this, we just delete the mask. And for that, we can delete the layer. And same thing with that. Okay. All right, so we've got a lot of good options we can work with here. Doing okay mostly. Covering from the heartache. Oh, no. Oh, DS. I'm sorry to hear that. Nothing sucks more than vehicles. And the repairs that come with them. Barrett, I've used all those medications, no problem. Never caused any behavior changes whatsoever. Arnold handled them just fine. Usually a hardier cat can. You don't have to worry about it too much until they start getting really frail. Then it's a little bit different, but no, it's normally not a problem. I mean, check with your vet first, of course, for the appropriate one, but yeah, it's a real pain when you have to get a complete new rear suspension. Oh, man. After a $500 service. That was after that. DS, I'm so sorry. There's no other way to put it. That really sucks. Quite frankly, it really sucks. Is it all fixed now, though? Is it all done? Are the headaches now done? Life can move on, kind of thing. Let me see here. What else did I want to add to this? Most things seem to be okay. As part of the service, the suspension issues were found. Potential $2K bill coming on if I keep the car over the next year or so. It's workable at the moment, at least. Is something like a massive engine problem or a transmission or something else goofy? Okay, let me check something on my reference photo here, fam. I wonder. Do I have? Let me see. Let me grab that. Let's see what I've got for materials here. If I've got something that might work really well, like a crosshatch pattern or something like that. I was hoping I had. Those are more textures. So many things in here I haven't even messed around with yet. I was just hoping maybe I had a new pattern or something I could work with, but maybe not. Not yet, anyway. So, with that being the case, all right, well, let's grab our gradient here first. Let's grab this and that's going to go from brown to a lighter shade. All right, now let's see if I can. Oh, I see. Okay. So where is Night Sky? Oh, very cool. All right, so let me do this instead then. We will change this gradient by okay, we're going to want it darker there. Keep it fully black on the ends. And then here, we're going to grab that. We'll go slightly lighter. And And then right where the highlight is going to be. All right, that gets a little bit darker and runs around to the back. Okay. So we now have that gradient, but I need to reference up here, fam. Where is that? Auto select. All right, now I should just be able to grab the gradient. That over a little bit. We'll try that again. Oh, Ferret, nice. I just saw your comment about the Nuka Cherry Tumbler. And Ferret, you're welcome. I wish there was more I could give. But that will be the, that's really the best suggestion I could make, love. Swap those colors out, because that'll be up around the peak, and then we're going to have a little bit of shade there. And there should be a third. Okay, so that one, yeah, we're going to take one of those away. Should come around more towards the edge. Let's see. Carrie Ann's unsolicited doc pics. Get your wood wet. Hello, love. Are you home? You have presents for me on your way up. Oh, do tell.
I suppose you'll find out in a minute.
I will. I will. So she brought me, I know this is because I'm not going to drink it right this second. But I am holding a empty box for a 4-pack of Mexican Coke. And I am more excited than you might all realize, because that's real sugar Coke. But then she also, watch over Voodoo. I'll watch over and protect you. as sometimes life just stinks. And it's like a little keychain that's made into a little voodoo doll, but it's called a poo-hoo. So I have a poo-hoo doll to protect me.
That's cute.
Very fun. Thank you, love. Oh my gosh. And now the bonus of Mexican Cokes. It's a poop emoji turned into a little voodoo doll. I love Yup, right down to the little tip right on the end too. Look at that. The Cokes are in the fridge. Thank you, love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You want presents too, Elfie? I'm wondering if this one that I'm on right now probably need to move that over a bit. Try this again. All right. I think this one we are going to make away. Okay, we can tighten that down a little bit. Okay, that's going to need to be even more narrow. So we'll try that again. That's a little brighter. Let's see if maybe that'll work. Okay, now I should be able to add one. Okay, and then for that, all right, let's see if that'll do it. Okay, then you can see. See if I can turn it just a touch more into a gradient. Okay. That might be the ticket. What I need. Nope. Okay. All right. Now, the last thing I'm going to want to do, see if we can get these to suitable shades of purple. Okay, I'm going to start here, get out to our color wheel. Oops. As cute as it is to have that little face just popping up there, that's not what we were going for. I had selected the wrong layer. Okay, where's my delete mask? There it is. There we go. Okay. Now let's try to do the same thing with the hair. That range, maybe? Let me grab that for the moment. Let me check my comparables. Maybe this is going to call for a green instead. Almost like a hat. Let me go a couple of shades darker here, though, and see. Okay, so when it was a brown, it was right there. I like the green, but it doesn't really ends up destroying the acorn look. And I'm starting to wonder if I again go back and stick with the brown. Because that actually looks good. And actually fits. I was running behind a little bit, love. What happened in the kitchen? Yes, it was Nor'easter, Jamie. To answer your question, you're right on, love. But no, I was running a little bit behind. Got my basic stuff cleaned up and then found I thought I had cleaned something and I hadn't, and there was stuff stuck to it, so I had to rewash it. But it had to soak a bit, so it was a little bit of a mess this morning. Is really all it was. Okay. Let me see. I need to. Let me get on the right layer again here too. All right, let me see if I can stick with my reference photos for a moment, fam. Bear with me. Oh, I see. Okay. Still on my control points. Just need to be up here. Let's get back on my grid. Okay, we got that out to there. You make that go away for right now so I can see what I'm doing. Let's see if we can erase this real quick. And then, got it. Okay. Okay, let me try to. Adjust that a bit further. Actually, I might be able to get rid of a couple of control points here. Probably those guys out there. Yep, should be able to make that work. Oh no, it's going to need one more. Okay. Okay, and then okay, that's on the same line. That's on the same line. And that's on the same line. Okay. All right, once I get this dialed in a bit more. Oh, I still, okay. Still have more work to do here yet. And then, maybe I can bring this in a little bit. Okay, and now, if this goes as I'm hoping, let's fill this back in real quick and see what we got. Get that out of the way. And go a couple notches darker. Good, we're ready. All right, so then the only other thing I'm going to need to try and do is bring those control points in, but I'll do a little bit of that when we get back. Fam, ads are about to start on Twitch. Oh, and they just did. All right, my timing is almost perfect. So fam, ads have started. We're gonna take a quick break ourselves and step away. And that way, fam, if anybody gets stuck in any full screen ads, they don't miss any of the fun of the stream. Once the ads are done, we're gonna come right back and we'll see if we can't dial in some more of this acorn. Everybody, please don't go away. I will try that again. All right, fam. We are back. Ads are over. Thank you so much for your patience. Get myself back up here on screen. All right. I think I have figured out why the shape of this acorn is still looking a little odd to me. So I'm going to figure this out. And we're going to jump in. Hello again,
Longshot
sis.
Johnson.
Long shot Johnson indeed. Hello. All right, let me see here real quick. All right. Are we up on the art screen? Okay, good. Oh, the video on my the video on my other screen stopped. Look at that. I thought we had run into a problem there for a second, but all right, good. Good. So the cap has to be brought in first, Ferret. It's got to be brought in closer around the face. That's the first thing that's got to happen. Then we'll see if it needs to be more pointy or not. Pointy is subjective when it comes to acorn caps. I've been back and forth with that all day, so we'll see. We'll see. But I got to do this first. I got to bring this stuff in, or it's never going to look right. Let's get that out of the way so that won't affect my sight lines at all. Make sure we got everything. All right, let me get those lines pulled in first. All right, that helps round it out a bit. Now, very much to the point you all were trying to make about it needing to be a bit pointier. That's why some of the other points were in there to begin with, because it gives it a little bit of a swoop. I'll see if I can add a couple more in and see what's going on. Well, it's subjective. Yes, it is.
Yep.
It depends on the shape of the face and the shape of the base of the acorn, what the shape of the cap will be. That kind of stuff is absolutely subjective. Oh my goodness, loves. Shapes, perspectives, angles, all of that. That's always subjective. Again, it's going to be very dependent on what the base is and what the overall look is going to be. Okay, I'm not going to get away with just one of those, though. I'm going to have to... Oh, it did add the extra one in for me. Okay. That's what I needed, then. That was the one I was trying to squish in. start down there. All right, that's getting a little bit closer to being a cap. Let's see if I can pull that in just a little bit further. Maybe just bring it in too like that. There we go. Let me grab that oversized eraser again. Actually, I need this one. Oh, how am I on? Ended up on the wrong side. Okay. That's all right. Try that again.
We almost fixed each other there. I was on the wrong layer.
There have been several times I've had to go back and redo stuff just because I was on the wrong layer. It's the eternal battle. Sometimes it selects other layers that you weren't on that you didn't select. I've caught it doing that a few times because of the tool that you're on, and you go to select something that's on the layer that you've selected and it tries to select it on some other layer. So I've been adjusting my tools to stop doing that. Stay on the layer you're supposed to stay on. Don't go randomly selecting other stuff. That's not what I want you to do at
I
all.
might be tempted to merge what I have because it was all supposed to be one layer anyway. Oops. I don't know. I'll leave it as is for now.
Okay. All right, we still got to bring that down more to bring that point in now. Okay, on that. There we go. All right, now are we back to where we start to bring that in on the sides a little bit? Let me look at my reference photos again. Clapton says you failed to treat him adequately today. Yeah, bullshit. That guinea pig's gotten plenty of treats today. Clapton is good. Clapton is good. All right, I know what I'm gonna do. And this is not working at all. Let's go back a ways. Okay, that was our closest. Yeah, that was the closest we were. Okay, let me get the glasses and stuff out of here again. As well as that mouth.
Subscription confirmed. HR will overlook your crimes. This time.
And let me take a look here real quick and see. Didn't pop up for me all the way. Crimson, there we go. 85 months. Thank you so much for the continued support, Crimson. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Crimson, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Should come in to a point and should have a lot less on either one of the sides. Okay. Let's go ahead and erase that again. Oops, wrong layer. Yeah, we'll just erase the whole thing. And then I'm going to actually start grabbing paper colors here. While I'm on the reference for that layer, let me grab that. All right, now I can take the face. Let me dial this in again. Now that is coming in pretty good, but it should actually tuck in. And I think what I actually need to do here okay, that's good. feeling I might need to just dial this in a bit closer. Maybe just bring that 2 out. There we go. And Crimson doing well. Awesome. BRP free. Congratulations, BRP, on being free.
He's been in meetings all day.
Oh, really?
Just got out. Yep.
Oh, poor guy.
We've both just been pretty much snacking because, you know, food.
Right. No, I gotcha.
Can't stop.
Okay. And then what's happening is I'm not widening it out enough, fast enough at the bottom.
Sorry, one button.
All right, let me see. All right, and then see if I can bring that all the way down to that. Beginning to think the problem that I'm actually running into here. Bring that down. And then this still feels like it needs to come in a little bit more, though. Not feeling very acorn shaped here at the moment. And I'm probably going to need more points. All right, if I add one in there. There we go. Okay. All right, and then that straightens that out. Fam, when I talk about art being a logic puzzle, that's exactly what's going on here. Getting very close here, though.
Definitely teaches you problem solving.
Mm-hmm. Oh, indeed. Today's good news story shows us a reason why you should let Microsoft have permission to find your devices. Man skiing at Big Chief Bowl had a snowpack give way under him. Oh, got caught in an avalanche. Buried in an upright position, but he was trapped and would remain there for hours. His wife had a sudden intuition of something being wrong, despite not knowing about the avalanche. When he didn't answer his phone, she used Find My iPhone. Nice. Very nice, Sergeant. Sarge, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, now we got to get back to this cap. Let's bring these back up here. And then okay, nice. So all the points and all that are matching up. All right, now the only other thing I want to do is down here on the base. Bring in two. All right, and then back on top, and I'm going to all right. Now I think we're there. Let me grab some former colors that we had used before. Okay, the face is what I'm on right now. So we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll grab this. Looks like I'm going to need to erase it first. So we're going to go ahead and do that. There we go. I'll make sure I get everything out of that layer too, just so we can color them in a little easier. And one more try. There we go. Now we've got a much better basic acorn there. Doing good. Someone actually passed me that one tag light up. I keep telling you to let Microsoft know where you are, and here's why. It does make for a good story, Sarge. Yes, it does. And it's really good to see you. Majority of the mod plans learned. Oh, thank you, Ferret. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've actually picked up another 2 crafting plans learned and another 3 mods. I don't know if they turned up like how much easier it is to learn those now, but let me turn the grid off here for the moment. looks like we're doing good here. Now let me see about adding some of this back in. Let's start with that. Actually, let me grab all of this. Okay, we need that too. All right, let's get this back where it needs to go. All right, let's get that an okay for now. Let me get my grid back. All right, now we'll adjust that mouth again. All right. Okay, let's see. What layer do I have highlighted right now? The hair. Okay. Which means what if we wonder if there's another purple I can go with. That might stay in that range. Let me see. I'm going to try the mixing palette out here real quick, fam. Put that brown in. And we'll put that green in. And see if maybe we can come up with a good sunset-ish kind of color. Let me actually get rid of the grid for now so I can see what I'm doing. Now I'm wondering if I could purple and green. And I know blue will work in the middle of all that. Let's see. Well, that's a neat color. Not what we're going for, but oh, here we go. And then a couple of darker colors up for that's actually not too bad. That actually gives me an idea. I'm going to jump back over here to the blues. Yep. Try some of these real quick. Am I on which layer is reference layer right now? Let's get the face going. All right. We're going to take this back a little bit. All right. Now let me see if I can grab that dark brown. We just go with that and then find an appropriate green to go along with, maybe? And we might end up needing a stem too. That might be what ultimately ends up making the difference. There should just be one little, let me find my control point here. Oh, there is not one. Okay, so if I do this, and just bring it up one, take these, bring them down one, beginning to think that I'm going to need to change some corners around because I'm not quite getting the shapes that I need it to get. Let's see if we can move them. He does look a bit nutty. A bit acorny too. You see where we're at, fam. Okay, good. We got a little bit of time yet. Excellent, excellent. Switch the corner on me. Gosh darn it. Or did it delete it? Okay, that was interesting enough. Oh, this might be better. Okay. Let's see if I can erase this. Where's the... there we go. Just to the inside. Let's get that a couple up there. All right. And try that one more time. Face is good, fam. Cap is not.
You'll get there.
Although it's closer. Oh no, it's fine. I'm not discouraged. It's been a week of very productive art. I'm not surprised I'm here at Friday and struggling with an acorn. I'm okay with this, by the way. A lot of things came together really nicely. The glasses are great. The eyes are great. The face itself is good. It's just the cap that's been the struggle part. And it's one of those things that I'll walk away from it. I'll come back. I'll get on a roll and then I'll figure it all out. Just like always.
That's why we always say trust the process, you know? Like,
Oh,
even
yeah.
though it doesn't
Nope.
look great right now, just walk away and
Nope.
come back to it with fresh eyes.
I've learned the comic panel was a disaster at several stages. I'm like, this isn't gonna work. I don't know if I'm gonna get this to work out the way I want it to. And in the end, it's all good. You just walk away from it, you come back, you adjust your lines, you try it again, you know, and it's fine. Like here, I look at it and I can subjectively say, or objectively say, everything looks great. I can handle a lot of things with shading. That cap is still not where it needs to be. And along the lines of some things that were suggested, I mean, even giving it a bit of a cap tip like that isn't quite working. So it might be something where I end up having to put like that little twig tip right on the top of it or something like that. And maybe that will help us out with it, but we'll see. We'll see. Something's throwing it, Crimson. From afar, it looks like an old lady. So my thought was the acorn is Granny. Yeah, no. What about adding the bumps to give it definition? Giving it bumps where though, Kira? Like what bumps would you be referring to? Let's see, how long do we have until ads? Okay, we're still good. I'm listening and I'm open. I'm just bumps on the cap. Let me see. Let me get rid of the grid real quick. So by bumps, you mean, well, let me get to the right color here. I mean, are you referring to just little bumps like this? I'm not being very careful at the moment, as you can tell, but like, are you talking about stuff like that though, Kara?
Yeah. you're
Just some
giving
stuff to give it, just some stuff to give it a little bit of, like you said, a little bit of definition.
texture, yeah. And you can use like the lighter brown for it or whatever. Wait, that would make it pop, but you know what I mean.
Black if you want it to look like there's shadows underneath. White if you want it to look like the highlight on the crown of each bump.
Yeah, if you zoom in on an acorn, there's little bumps like what you just drew. I mean, you know, because
Yep.
I'm sure you've seen plenty of them. But
Oh, I'm looking at like 15 reference photos right now, love. So yeah.
yeah, right.
And this is something, fam, by the way, we'll pick this back up on Tuesday. We'll come back to this on Tuesday. If I don't have more of it done by then, which I might. But stuff like this, Kira, is like that what you were talking about. I looked up an acorn image. They show almost like armor on the caps, yeah. Crimson, I've played around with that a little bit. I'm gonna play around with that a little bit more once we start doing the stem. Because berets usually have that one almost stem off the top, usually. But yeah, it could be something simple as a texture issue, like just adding in these little, and fam, these are nothing special. I'm gonna make these all go away. But like, look at that. And that
Subscription
already fills it
confirmed.
in, you know?
HR will overlook your crimes. This time.
And a Freaker, thank you so much for the renewal. Where are we at now? 87 months. Thank you so much for the continued support, my friend. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. All right, fam. So here's what we're going to do for now, though. We'll leave this right here for the moment, and we will pick back up later on. I am not, as far as, like, fam, so much went right and easy with this today. The fact that the cap's giving me a little bit of trouble, not a big deal. It really isn't. I will come back to it. We'll come back to it on Tuesday, and we'll attack it with fresh eyes and a refreshed frontal lobe, basically. So this is if I don't have it finished by then, fam. I might even bring a couple of reference photos right in and do a touch of tracing to get my things lined up a little bit better. And then refresh it from there. Freaker, I hope all is well with you. I hope everything is going good. But I'm going to save that for right now just so we don't lose it. I'm not going to save the comic template though. Do not save that. But yeah, fam, we'll figure this out. We'll figure this out. In the meantime, though, let me go ahead and snooze those ads because ads were trying to sneak up on us. We only had a minute to go. And it is time for us to call it a day, fam. Oh, Ferret, no worries. On my reaction to your Parasite Eve song. Are those ones you just posted, Freaker? I just responded to a bunch. There were like 3 different songs you had in there, and I responded to all of them. So I'm not sure which song you're referring to now. Is that another one that's like way back there? Currently 3K plus. Oh, Life Essence in the Welcome Center. Crimson, nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, Freaker, I just responded to 3 more of yours. So if it wasn't in that batch, would you mind bringing it forward? Because at this point, I mean, if it was a while ago, like a while, I managed to get back up into that channel somewhat and get a few of them played, and I've been staying up with it since, but there were just so many in there, and I didn't have, the 3-4 hours. Repost it, please, Freaker. Yes. Please, please. Please, please. If I missed one. Because, again, I just responded to another 3 of yours. So if it wasn't in that batch, it's probably too far up for me to go find it at this stage. All right, fam, let me go ahead. I want to find somebody to raid into real quick. We're down to about 4 minutes. Let's see. Let me take a look at maybe who we can go say hi to. Oh, there's a few people on today that we haven't seen in a bit. Oh, man. We might go over and see Fred. Oh, no, they're not actually up right now. Okay. All right. Fam, let's go ahead. Such a warm community night, everybody. And we have our member night tonight ourselves, starting at 7 p.m. in the Discord. Let's go over and say hello to Pandemanium, fam. Pandemanium right now is playing Super Battle Golf. So we'll have to check this out. I think this might be a game we end up checking out at some point. But we're going to go over and say hello. And everybody, I'm going to go ahead and drop the raid calls in chat. If you are subscribed, please use the raid call that I dropped in. If you are not subscribed, please use the raid call that Lumia dropped in. It's the same message, everybody, just a matter of whether or not you have access to our emotes. Thank you, Freaker. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. All right, fam. I went ahead and begun the raid. One more time, thank you all so much for being here today. So much love to all of you. We will be back on a Sunday with more Hightail, and if we miss you on Sunday, we're going to be back again on Tuesday by 1 p.m. Eastern as well with more art. But fam, until I get to see you all then, please stay safe, stay healthy, and know that a big, bald, goofy comedic artist loves you dearly from the bottom of his heart. Take care, everybody, and please have an absolutely amazing night. I love all of you.